I don't love doing negative reviews, but so many people talk to me about Maglites. Maglite, because they see, oh, you're the flashlight guy. It's a self-defense guy, you were a cop. Maglite, you hit people with a Maglite. No, it's all bullshit. Impact weapons are wildly overrated for self-defense and law enforcement. And anytime you take a thing and you try to make it two things, it needs to be at least one of those well. This is a terrible impact weapon, and it's not even a good flashlight. Now, because I've already done this dance with the baton where I try to explain that the scenarios where a flashlight or impact weapon like this would be effective and the scenarios where it would be legal don't often overlap, people get confused. Let me put it very clearly. You're gonna say something like, yeah, right, let me hit you with that thing and tell me it's not a good impact weapon. And therein lies the problem. I have to let you hit me with it, and then yeah, it'll definitely knock some teeth out or bash some skulls. I've never actually bashed somebody with a Maglite. I know guys that have done it, and I've seen it done, which I'll explain later. In fact, I know a guy who was beaten almost to death with a Maglite. So I know that if you hit someone in the head with it, it'll work. But I want to see what that'd be like. So I'm gonna crack this guy here with a Maglite here in a second. The problem with a weapon like this is that when you swing it at someone's head, that is a living person with arms, they put those arms up and in the way. If you go after somebody with a thing, or they'll do that. When you swing this at normal people who are living beings with limbs, they will tend to put their arms up in the way. And this, to me, doesn't quite do enough damage to be certain that I'm going to disable them with an arm shot. And now, I'm going to head you off again. You might be purporting or pretending, maybe you work for Maglite, to say, it's not designed as an impact weapon. Who said it's an impact weapon? All this cutesy, like, pretending I'm not carrying a weapon, but I really am, like the tire thumpers at truck stops. If Maglite was not aware of and complicit in, I guess you could call it a stealth marketing campaign, where they pretend that it's not an impact weapon, but it is an impact weapon. Explain this to me. Explain this one to me. This one takes 3 D-cell batteries. This one takes 6. Explain, if the Maglite was not meant to be an impact weapon, explain the existence of this. Twice the batteries, twice the length, twice the power? Nope. This one is the LED 3D. It's a 3D, 168 lumens. This one is 6D. Look how small. 178 lumens. 168. Now we double the amount of batteries that go into it, and we get 178. That's pretty whack. All the additional batteries do is cost more, and they add more weight and length to it. The problem is that weight and that length aren't in the places that make it a better weapon. These are very, slow to retract. You get one good whack with them. One good whack, and that's it. They're gonna tie you up, probably take you down, and then you're in a wrestling match over this. And as you add length to a weapon, it becomes more of a liability than an asset in a wrestling match, because it just provides more purchase points for them to hold on to. They can definitely easily get 2 hands on either one of these and wrench them out of your one, unless you put 2 hands on it, and now we're just in this stupid one of these fights, one of those fights there. Yeah, yes. Yes. No. Oh. Fuck. Yep. In fact, as Maglites go, I think that this one is an even better weapon. And how can that be? It's smaller, it's lighter, it's harder for him to get two hands on this, and I can still do all my regular stuff. And this one, 173 lumens. This one takes 3 Cs, this one takes 3 Ds, and this one is brighter. Now, just in case, I don't know, maybe you're one of those guys that's like, it's actually not the lumens that matter, it's the candela. Nobody cares. That's like your dad talking about, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Nah, Dad, I'm hot. It's not heavy. This isn't heavy, it's just awkward. That does me no good. That does not help me at all. And these things aren't even good flashlights. Like they're like nothing to them. They're the worst. And this one, the one that almost could have been a good thing, they didn't put a button on it anywhere. You turn the head. You twist this to turn it on. They're unwieldy. This one's not too bad. Like I feel pretty quick with that one because of the way the weight's distributed. But this one, I would not feel comfortable swinging this at a person who is actively resisting or fighting me. Because I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna wrap it up and take it from me, or we get stuck into a stalemate over it. But there's no way you can one-handed swing this thing with enough force to damage somebody and disable them or stop them or whatever, and also arrest that motion if you miss and then bring it back into a fight any kind of way. You're gonna almost have to start with it like this and kind of punch and juke and then maybe get to a position of dominance where you can deliver the coup de grace. But if that's the case, it wasn't the appropriate tool at the appropriate time. Like it was a liability for a while and then it was overkill. You'd be much better off with something a little more wieldy. These aren't terrible. I didn't like them when I was younger and I was a cop because I didn't like the way guys kind of went to it so quick. I often felt they were administering what they call thump therapy a little early on. Like if you take this to someone's head, that's lethal force. So for that to be legally justified, they have to be trying to kill you or do great bodily injury to you for a whack to the head with this thing to be justified. The coolest one, the two coolest ones are guys that would throw them at someone that was running away. That was pretty funny. Or I do know a guy that used it. A guy was trying to swallow drugs and he used it like that to keep him from swallowing drugs. But I don't think I don't think either of those things, like I don't think you can do either of those things, like legally speaking. I mean, they were cool and it like kind of worked, but I don't think you're supposed to. The guy I know that got beaten half to death with a Maglite, it was his Maglite. He was trying to arrest a guy who was bigger, stronger, and better at fighting than him. And he tried to use, they were in a fight, like a wrestling match and punching and kicking each other and stuff like that. And it wasn't going his way, so he introduced the Maglite. Well, that just gave the other guy something. The guy took it from him and was beating him, got on top of him and was beating him in the head over and over with it, busted his head all open, like really, really messed him up. And the officer had to use his gun to get the guy to stop. All right, so obviously the Maglite, when swung as a weapon, is going to do damage. That's not what I'm contesting. I'm saying that the scenarios, let's look at, so it was a guy that you were already better at fighting than, and it was from a position of dominance, right? That where the person is potentially no longer a threat to you. That's when it kind of works. That's when either from surprise or position of dominance is when impact weapons that are about that long work best, right? They don't work really well out in the open. But I just want to hit this thing. I just want to see what happens. I want to like knock some of his teeth out maybe. Oh man. Oh no. Yeah, it broke for real, for real. Damn. I mean, I'm sure that wouldn't feel good.
You broke. It looked like you broke some of it off the front.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I broke that jaw a little bit. Dang, it's a little harder to get in there than I thought.
You're breaking the gel though.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
It's concussive damage, right?
Oh, here we go. Maybe we got a little bit of a crack. Oh yeah, definitely concussion. Let's do. This is where you're meant to take impact. Like that's your most durable right there.
Yeah, think about a break. You broke the wood. Broke the base of it.
There we go.
Alright, you can see. Let's go around his eye.
Oh. That was significantly harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I thought for sure. Oh, whoops. Sorry. That's significantly harder than I thought it would be. And then this isn't really meant to be gripped, so it's getting slippery. You know, I'm doing surgery now, we gotta pull out. What is in here? Ew.
It's got a brain.
Ballistic Dummy Labs. Are you serious? That's how you put that stuff in there? What were we doing? What am I even talking about?
Balloons?
Yeah, it's a balloon. They put balloons in it, son. Is this off now? Are they broken? Dude. Are you kidding me? That looks like a dead battery. Like, look, it's trying to come on. Dude, I just put batteries in these things.
Are there any upsides to the Maglite?
Like anything good about it?
Yeah.
Probably the same things that make it so crappy. It's iconic. Like this right here, dude. This right here. Like, you're sending a message with a Maglite. So it does that. That might be for us. It definitely sends its message. I don't know that its message is one that needs sending, but it's iconic. Like that right there. That right there is iconic.